Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of the Do's and Don'ts Truckers Edition. Y'all already know who it is. It is your boy Jay.
And your girl, Miss V.
Speaking of your boy Jay, y'all help me wish the boy Jay a happy birthday. Yes, happy birthday, Jay. Look, all the way from Tokyo, Japan, we still happy birthday. I hope you can hear me loud, dark, and H. Look, y'all, we came on today live from Tokyo, Japan to do the do's and don'ts, but this week's segment is going to be about drivers' critical safety tools. So tap in.
We're going to talk today about having a safety plan in action. The safety plan in action is to help keep you and others around you safe.
You're a good driver when you're a safe driver. So every driver, owner, or even owner-operator should have a plan of action when it comes to safety out on the road.
So, Ms. V, I got a question for you. What do you call a safe driver?
I call a safe driver a good driver when he's safe the driving.
That's a good explanation. So, let's jump right into it. What are some of the things that a safe driver needs?
Well, one of the things that is required by DOT is the triangles. The 3 safety triangles. We need to have a minimum now of 3 safety triangles, and we need to make sure that we're positioning them in the correct places, depending on the road that you're on when your breakdown happens.
So, when the breakdown happens on a divided highway, where do we place those triangles?
So if it's on a divided highway, you're going to place the triangles behind you. You're going to place them in increments of 10 feet, 100 feet, and then 200 feet.
So if you're on a 2-way road, how would you place those triangles?
On a 2-way road, I'm going to start off with 100 feet in front of me, then I'm going to go 10 feet behind me, and then an additional 100 feet behind that.
Okay, so what if you are in a curve?
If I'm in a curve or an obstructed view now, I'm going to place 100 feet before me, 10 feet behind me, and then an additional 100 feet, but I won't exceed 500 feet behind.
Sounds like you've been doing your homework.
I'm moving on it.
The thing that we need is a fire extinguisher for our safety plan. So, Ms. V, what type of fire extinguishers do we need in our commercial vehicle?
Well, that's going to depend, Jay, on the type of freight that you're transporting. Now, if you're transporting just general freight, you need to have a 5BC. But for all my hazmat drivers that are transporting hazardous freight, I need you to ensure that you have a 10BC. Fun fact for you, the B stands for flammable liquids, whereas in the C stands for electrical. Well, y'all already know what time it is, right? We got to bring you the good, the bad,
And the ugly.
So let's jump into the don'ts real quick.
Before we jump into the don'ts, Ms. V, let's talk about another good safety practice to have out there on the road to be safe and be visible. We want to make sure we have on a safety vest and a flashlight. We want to have extra batteries just in case.
That is very good, Jay. Very good tip. Because the vest now makes you visible because of the reflectors.
Right.
And then the flashlight is extra light for you to be able to see and for drivers to be able to see you as well. We talked about the do's of having the safety triangles. But what if I don't have them in my truck?
If you don't have them in your truck, then you could get DOT, then you can get fined. So you don't want that.
So when I get DOT, I get fined. That's losing money.
Right.
Then it messes with my safety rating.
Right.
Which then I'm going to lose money again.
Exactly.
So I want to make sure
that you have them in your truck.
Gotcha. And then the fire extinguishers. Now, what if I just decide I'm going to wing it? I'm new. Oh, well, I don't care. And then, or I don't know.
Well, that's another DOT violation. And it also has to be mounted. You can't just have it in the truck, rolling around or whatever.
Exactly.
So,
and it has to be mounted where it's easily accessible.
Right.
If, in fact, there is a fire incident.
Right.
Wow. So, I don't know about you, but I'm gonna go and get these safety triangles. I'm gonna make sure I have a fire extinguisher.
The rated fire extinguisher.
The correct rated fire extinguisher. Right. That is imperative too. And let me add this, because I think we covered that, but one of the other things that you should always make sure you have when it comes to being safe, just in case of a situation where DOT does have to pop up on the scene, whether they pop up or not, you should always do this. Have your paperwork in place. Right. You should have what it is that you are transporting as a driver. Number one, that's going to protect you if you get pulled over by DOT. That's going to protect you. Number two, if a fire breaks out, that way the fire department knows what type of chemicals and how to efficiently put out that fire.
That's great information. Well, this wraps up this segment of driver critical safety tools
on this episode of the Do's and Don'ts Truckers Edition. And y'all already know who it is. It's the birthday boy, your boy Jay.
And your girl, Miss V.
Y'all tune in next week, y'all, where the topic will be.
You have to tune in to see.
Hey!